So that was Tam Lin, otherwise known as the Glasgow Reel. Very popular Irish reel, beautiful tune. Thanks to my patron Angelo for suggesting that one. He came across it on YouTube. It's a great tune, and it's not too difficult to play. At least the first part's not too difficult to play. The second part is pretty tricky, but we'll have a look at some perhaps easy ways to play it as well. It's all Campanella picking as usual. Tabs are on screen for patrons. If you want on-screen tabs and a download PDF, then head along to patreon.com and find me over there. Otherwise, I'm just going to walk you through it as usual. Okay, right, now, this tune, if you just listen to the first part of the tune, so you've got this moving up from in the bass, like that, so upper semitone and then upper tone. Now, I imagine that on the fiddle, that would be played by bouncing the bow across different strings. So you've got this alternating. In fact, it's not that different to Drowsy Maggie, the tune that we learned last week, where Drowsy Maggie goes. Well, how does it go? I can't remember. You hear that? So it's between, and this goes. Very similar. Now, what I found trying to arrange it is that the best key was G minor. I think it's G minor, or is it G Dorian? And that's what works best on the ukulele for Campanella picking. I'm really sorry for those who want to play in sessions. You won't be able to do this. You won't be able to emulate that fiddle of bouncing between the strings if you play in the original key. Unfortunately, the ukulele tuning doesn't really suit itself to traditional Irish music, which is typically in the key of D, E Dorian, sometimes G, and E minor as well. But that's just the way the instruments are tuned and how it works, so it doesn't really work like that. However, the Campanella voicing does sound lovely on the ukulele, and you get nice harpy sounds. But that really means adjusting the tuning, so I'm sorry for that. G minor. Because I'm going to E flat. Okay, so let's just have a look through then. So the first part then is we're going to play, I'm going to alternate between D on the third string and G open, back to D, and then here with my first finger on the note B flat, which is the first string, first fret. Okay, so just practice doing that a little bit. Okay, and then all we're going to do now, I'm going to hit the note D again and slide up to E flat and do exactly the same thing. Oops. Okay, so you could actually start with a slide. In fact, I start with C open and move into the note D. And then going to slide up to the note F. So play the note F, E flat, slide up to the note F, and this time I'm going to switch the order of strings, and I'm going to play the notes A open and the note C on the fourth. Okay. Now you could play. Imagine you've got a G minor chord. You could play the G minor chord. And just shift the whole shape up to an F. Like that, okay? Okay, but those of you who've been subscribed for a while, you know me. I don't take the easy option, because leaving this note G ringing open and it sounds prettier. So, because it rings a little bit longer, you're not cutting it when you change. And here I've got the opportunity to play the note A open rather than fretted, because the fretted note doesn't sustain as long because it's much shorter. So I prefer to play the note A open and alternate with the C here on the fourth string. Okay, and also that leaves my hand in the right position for the next part. And back. Okay, so when we get to here, okay, I'm going to hit the note C again. B flat now on the 6th fret of the 2nd string, and A to G. You hear that? And that gives me a very nice harpy sound. And back to B flat, A, G, and back to F. And then open C, and hammer on, and we're back into it. And that just repeats. And when we've done that twice, and you finish with the little power chord there, just a D and G, and to go back into it, we just go G and F, and back into it. Repeat. And if you're going back into that A section repeating, that's then G and F, and hammer on back into it. And when you get to the end of that, so you played it twice, the A section twice, instead of going, we're going to jump up right into the B section, then we're going to jump up and play the notes D and F. Okay, so we're going to finish like this. Slide up to D and F, and into the B section then, I've got to play a high note G here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play it with a harmonic on the G string, so on the 4th string, 12th fret, with my finger, index finger, touching above the fret, touching, not pressing, above the fret, and with my ring finger, I'm plucking the harmonic. Okay, and then so I'm plucking that harmonic, and I'm coming back down to D, C, B flat, G, B flat, back to D, and up to that harmonic again. Okay. Like that. Okay, now that's tricky, and the problem that I had, and you've probably heard it in the demo, is that sometimes doing that, I'm just accidentally catching the open C that gets in the way. So that takes a lot of practice. To be honest with you, I started arranging it a couple of weeks ago, and I didn't think I'd manage it. I thought it was too difficult for me. But with a lot of practice, you start to develop that muscle memory, and it starts to come into place. So that's something you need to practice. Hit that power chord, slide up, hit the harmonic. Just do that over and over again. Like that. And then down, and back to the harmonic again. And we go. Alright, so that's a... And then we go into a barred F chord. So bar on the 5th fret, and little finger. Okay, and those are all quarter notes, in fact. So we're going to slow down the frantic pace. So okay, and then quarter notes, just that arpeggio. So F, C, A, and C, and then jumping up to my index finger on the note F. And I'm going to go F, G on the 4th fret, and A on the 12th fret, and back, to the notes D on the 10th fret, and another harmonic, which I can just play natural harmonic with my little finger touching, so that's C on the 3rd string. So like this, F, G, A, G, F, D, C, and D. And back into that G harmonic there. And back. And that repeats. And our ending, I'm going to slide to the low E flat. Okay, so E flat, G and A open, to B flat, to A to G, okay? Back to B flat, down to F for here, and finish with our G minor chord, just the G5. Okay, just play that through again. Okay, we're starting with the slide up. Let me just get that nice and flat. Slide up. Our 2 pickup notes into the B section. The harmonic. Another harmonic. Finish with that G. Barred F and an arpeggio. Another F. And back into it. 2 times the note D here. And finish. And the B section repeats, so slide up again and do that again, and when it repeats you get to the end. And then you pick up back into the A section to repeat with G and F. Okay, so I'm going to play through the whole thing very slowly one more time. Let's do that one more time. You can finish if you want to on the last time, and into a full F chord and finish like there. Okay, now then, what if that harmonic is too difficult? Well, you can just play the notes here, just drop the campanella a little bit, doesn't really make that much difference. Just play the notes so with your little finger here, that's 10th fret to the 1st string, that's G. And you can fret the note C as well, you don't need to play harmonic there. And back into it. And, no one's going to hold that against you if you do that. Because if you still keep that campanella voicing, it still sounds nice. There you go. All right. So as I said before, first part is pretty easy and sounds fantastic. The second part is pretty tricky if you want to keep that harmonic. Otherwise, there's an alternative. Alright, so I'm sure you're going to manage that, and it's great fun. And what you need to do then, perhaps, is find a guitarist or another ukulele player to bash out some chords behind it. Because that could be D minor, E flat, to F, and you could always keep that G running as that would be fun as well to do that as well. It's a great tune. Thanks, Angelo. Appreciate the suggestion, and we'll see you in the next lesson. Bye bye.